Yeah, so I think the key element to making inventory effective in any liquor store is really the personnel. It's going to come down to the individual owner, some of the basic things that he and she or the team has put together, right? So those systems that they've put in place to run their store are going to be most effective because the point of sale system really is just a tool. At the end of the day, if the habits of the store owner are to not invoice on time, if they're not keeping up on pricing, if the staff doesn't really care if products aren't moving through or aren't really in tune with what's in the market, the point of sale is really not going to make a difference because inventory is based on the individual inputting, right? We make it fit. We've eliminated barriers to make that process easier for them to adopt, right? To overcome the responsibility of the daily grind, which we all hate, right? We don't really want to do the same thing over and over. But what we've tried doing is things like, we've made things where you can download them. You can actually download specific invoices. So if they're available, you've placed the order, whether you've placed it online, you've placed it with your rep, you've placed it on anywhere, with the vendor, then we make those available to you so you can download them. But I'm going to say the key thing is really it's going to be based on the systems that are in place by the store owner and maintaining that responsibility and adopting those habits of let's do this every single day. Let's do it as best as possible. Because sometimes what we see is whenever we're converting a store is that the inventory is completely wrecked. The pricing is completely wrecked. No costs or products. A lot of point of sale systems won't even have, variables like case cost, single bottle cost. And those values weren't really important to the store owner. And if they weren't important to the store owner, that means they're probably not managing to their full capability. So that's what I'd say. Yeah, if I was a small business owner and I was gonna, open up a liquor store in this case, I would definitely consider, first of all, the size of the store, the size of the footprint, right? If it's something that, isn't going to require a lot of different tasks, you could possibly get away with different products. Not necessarily Cheers, right? Cheers isn't for Cheers is for everyone and not everybody's for Cheers, I guess we could say, right? Something like that. But I would say that you have to consider the space. How big is your store? And then how much are you going to take on? Again, some of those things of management, how much are you going to do? And how much do you want to do? And how important are they? Are you going to be in wholesale? Is that something you want to get into in that market? Does a point of sale system facilitate that? Yes, no. Is it something that you want to manage invoicing? Maybe invoicing isn't that important to you because you just, you run different reports within your QuickBooks. Maybe that's something that you don't need, or heavy reporting. Maybe something that you're going to just do the purchasing through your sales reps or just online. So there's a couple of things that are important. If you're going to open up a liquor store, you'd want to consider the size and what those responsibilities and how much you're going to manage and expect from the point of sale system. Because you could get away with a Clover, you could get away with a Square, you could get away with different products that are out there in the industry that necessarily you don't need, like Cheers. Maybe you do need Cheers because of those other things that we've tried to specialize in. So I would say start by assessing what it is you're going to entail and what you want to take on as a store owner first.